Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Megan Superlike, and today I wanted to actually make a video on my mods, because as you can see I use 34, and you know, mods are a pretty popular thing these days, so I figured I'd do a quick overview of my mods and just a brief little example of them. So looking at these, got quite a few. Minecraft Code Pack is obviously standard, Forge Mod Loader standard, Forward. Alright, so player API, so what that actually does is really nothing. It's used to, I think I actually run another mod, same as Render Player API, and if I remember correctly, it's actually a mod that I don't have right now, so I don't actually know why I use them, but, you know, it just makes me look cool. It's like, yeah, I use the player API, what do you use? Replay mod, so what that does is, as you play, you can actually, you record what you do here. As you can see, I have a lot, and it shows you how long you played, and it'll show you what you did and everything. Especially if you watch Acidic Blitz, you know that sometimes when he does like a conversation, like a topic video, and there's gameplay in the background, that's because I think he probably uses replay mod. But yeah, that's what it does, and it's usually really good for hackers for revealing them. So this is the sidebar mod. This is one of the best mods. I'll show you what it does now. Probably going around to Hypixel. Okay, so you can see you got the sidebar over here. I think you can see my cursor. I can't remember. You see you couldn't. Ooh, excuse me. You might be able to now. But you got the sidebar mod, so I can do /sidebar mod, and I can actually move it around. I can put it wherever I want. And so what it does for the most part is it takes care of these annoying red numbers, not letters, the red numbers, okay, and then you can turn it off if you don't want to, but you can toggle the red numbers, and it is so good. Okay, next is auto tip. Okay, so what that does is, I mean, it's just that it's auto tip, as you can see, there's messages, toggle, and time. Auto tip, stats, info, messages, toggle, and time, and honestly what it does, I don't want to know what the heck. Oh, okay. I'm like, I didn't know my mods had hacks. What auto tip does though is it, I mean, it tips people. So you don't have to do this like /tip all the time. As you see, I already did it because of auto tip, and you can turn it off or you know whatever you want to do with it. Next up, Better HUD. So this is actually customizable. Where is it? It's one of these. If I just do that, I can find it because I know what the button is. Alright, right here. Better HUD menu is you. I don't know what it is default. There's no default to it. It's apparently always been you. Okay, so what it does, if you've ever noticed like the blood splatter on my screen, I might be able to show you now. If I just you know, come up here. I'm sure you've noticed it. Is there anyone here? There's no one here. There's someone here. Come here, bro. I need you to hit me. So yeah, the blood splatter on my screen, as you can see right now. Oh, my frames always freeze so hard in here. Yeah, but I'm just gonna let myself die. So that's caused by the Better HUD. So armor bars. If I were to equip a little bit of armor right now. No, not a hat. Let's see. Let's do the speedster. I'm not gonna do the head. But as you can see, I got the bars right here beside my hotbar. Okay, and so I mean, obviously there's also armor GUIs out there. I think I have like 3 of them in total with my mods. But so there's that, and then the arrow count is just like for the bow. Blood splatters, and then you can customize how much you want it to, how much blood you want. And then there's this, you know, all this stuff. There's the clock, which is, I just pressed up 1. Hope that didn't do anything. As you can see up here, where it says day 12, day 1. Not day 12, where it's 12 o'clock, day 1. That's in Minecraft, not in real life. The in real life one is the chroma one right below the sidebar, but I'll get to that in a second. And yeah, there's like 4 pages of stuff here, and it's pretty cool. So next up is the, let's see, Better HUD, Better Foliage mod, and you get to that by pressing F8. And so if I turn it on, I don't know how much it'll really do here. Search lobbies. If I go over to Skywars, as you can see, the grass is now fuzzy, trees are all fuzzy. It's things like that, and it's really cool. And thought I had party requests off, party invites, whatever. Okay. Anyway, that's what it does. It does other things as well. Like flowers on, or not flowers, but it changes that color there. And then if there's any soul sand, you can see like souls coming up. And then in water, like in the ocean, it's all like corally and everything. It's pretty cool. All right, next is the blood kill effect mod. So don't actually tell anyone I use this. I don't use it for Hypixel. I actually only use it for like single player or this other server I play on, Squadcraft. I use it for those two servers because it's kind of bannable on here. But yeah, I don't use it. Chroma HUD. So you get to that, but anyway. Chroma HUD, as you can see, I got my Chroma HUD, and I also got the Chroma HUD up here. But so what it is, if I go back, I press new. Add items, so you can do your coordinates, arrow count, potion, ping, direction, CPS, FPS, text, time, armor, and C counter. I'm thinking that's actually the keystrokes, which you can also see in the bottom right, bottom right corner of my screen. I don't know my right's not that well, but yeah, you can see that it's a little bit covered up by the super lag pod crash. I'm gonna have to figure out how to move that. But so that's what Chroma HUD does. All right, custom crosshair mod. Now this is honestly one of my favorite mods, and I get to it by pressing I. I don't know what default is. I need to. Can I turn this off? Maybe, please. It's really in the way. There's always a solution. Probably could just turn on the opacity. Anyway, yeah. So if I disable it, you can see what the natural crosshair is. Wait, it's chroma still. That's so cool. I never knew that. But yeah, you can change the crosshair stuff. As you know, I mean, I only use a little dot sight like that. And that's because I've changed everything down, and then I turn on the rainbow crosshair. And then the dynamic crosshair, which for the bow, if you've ever seen when I shoot the bow, the crosshair kind of like it'll split out and then it'll come together. It's really cool looking. You just had to, if you go back and watch like a Skywars video that I've done recently, or even the duels video I did recently, you can see it in there. And so that's what it does. But I could only use one type of crosshair. And it was not one in most packs, so when I found this, it was so good because then I just kind of adapted to the dot sight. But so, next up is the stuff items. I only use that in single player worlds, obviously, because it's right here. And or like in a faction server I play on, which is Squadcraft. Be sure to check that out. I'm working on a new game mode in there with the owner Serge Irch, former YouTuber. And so it's going to be pretty cool. Might do a Skyblock series, not Skyblock, Factions, Obby Breaker series, possibly, not sure yet. But you know, for the different packs, when things get retextured and everything, it's kind of hard to tell what's what. Like for instance, in this pack, the glass is invisible, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if I'm in there, you know, I'm looking for some specific block, it's like, well, what's it going to look like in this pack? I can just search it up. It's like, oh, okay, cool, it's going to look like that. Let's see. Plus, I mean, it just wouldn't look right if I didn't use that mod. I mean, come on. Next up is Journey Map. This is also an amazing map. So this is Journey Map. It's not as great in Hypixel. It'd be better in like a bigger world. But so what it does is it's basically like a minimap mod, as you can see it up in the top left corner. Okay, and I can switch it too if I want it to be a little bigger and stuff. So it's got, you know, it's got all this stuff, and it's just really cool. It's like world map and mini map together, so it's, you don't have to use both mods. You can just use this one, and it's really good. And it is allowed by Hypixel. Okay, as long as it doesn't show players like while they're shifting or something, and this does not. If you can't see it if I shift, but if someone were to shift, they would go away from the mini map, so it is actually allowed. And it's really cool, and I do really like it. Because even if you go into a server, you explore the map, you leave, and you come back, you can still see where you've explored, which is really useful in my opinion. Alright, next up is the Keystrokes mod, which I actually am not using right now. This is, I think, by Skier, but it's not the one that I use, because I have mine in Chroma HUD. And then the motion blur mod, so, I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. It's cool, but for me, it's a little too much. I want a little bit of motion blur, not a lot. And I'll be honest, the guy that did this mod, when he did a review on it, he's like, I suggest using level 5 to 6. This is level 6, okay? Doing this absolutely give me a seizure. Same with 5, it's not much better. Okay, so even at level 1, it's okay compared to those, but it's still a little bit much. I just want a little bit of motion blur when I kind of look around, when I shake a lot. That's really all I want. I use it sometimes. You know, I might use it sometime in a video. But yeah, that's the motion blur mod. And let's see. Next is, alright, Orange's animations. 1.7 animations rather. So to do that, you just use animations. And so all block hitting I have on. That's when, if you were to be blocking with your sword, you can still click. It's pretty much the same thing as when I'm like eating food or drinking potions. If you see me do it when I'm eating a gapple, I usually just click for whatever reason. Just cause it does no damage, and other players can't see it. But that's just what I do. Yeah, right here. Yeah. And then you can change it however you want it. So I'm actually gonna turn these off because that's just what I like. But so yeah, that's the 1.7 animations. In my opinion, if you're a good PvPer, you have to have this mod. There's just no other way to like fight without it. It's just that good. Orange's simple mods. So simple config is what it is. And these are all made by Orange Marshall, so they're all allowed Hypixel since he's a Hypixel mod. So there's another armor status HUD. You can line the armor horizontally, and then you can space between each one. The direction HUD, which is not which I use the chroma one. So I do use the status effect HUD, as you can see. Can't really see because of my chat, but on the left of my screen right now, you can see the speed. And so that's from that mod, I think. I'm pretty sure. You know, you can show the difference up there. And then toggle sprint. This is the toggle sprint I use now. If you've ever seen in the bottom left corner, it says hacks enabled. Okay, so before someone tries to expose me, which I know that no one would because I'm bad, it says, I have it to where it says hacks enabled. I can change it to where it says whatever I want. It could say sub to border comment. Okay, and then I press done, and now it says sub to border comment. That's just what it does. It's really cool though, because you can really trip some people out, especially when you're playing a game that you're good at. In my case, not Skywars. So I'm going to switch it back to hacks enabled. Next is the, so we're getting down the list really well here. Alright, Project L. So supposedly what this does is it improves like crosshair movement thing. Honestly, I don't know. It's supposed to just improve hit registration. Whether it really does or not, I don't know. I just use it. But I really, if you don't want it, don't get it. If you want it, go for it. Quick hotbar. Okay, so technically this is bannable, but I can't figure out how it works. So I'll go ahead and tell you, when I got that mod, the reason I wanted it was for, or because of another mod called Better PvP. And it was a great mod. The only problem was it broke my chat. Like, I couldn't chat. It would just say can't send chat message. But it had a really cool quick use mod, to where like you could set, in my case, since I use a Razor Naga, I could set my hotbar numbers to the Naga. So if I were to say be in slot 9, which for me is my sword, and I need to get to say like slot I don't know, let's just say like slot 4 and to throw a potion. Okay, so instead of having to like press my 4 key and then press F for my use item and then go back to my sword, I could just press the 4 key on my Naga. It would switch over to my slot 4, use the item quickly, so I would press it, it would switch over and throw the potion, and then once I let go of the button, it would switch back to the previous slot. So I'm fighting, I'm dying, so I turn, I run, I press 4, throws the potion down, turn around, and I'm right back in my sword without having to actually switch anything else. So it's really cool. This one though isn't as useful. I can't exactly figure out how to use it. So what I do with it, I don't use it often in videos, but most of it are Skywars. So say I sweep through, I get some stuff, and I'm wondering what I have, but I'm still running. So I'll press Q, and it'll show me my entire inventory, so I can see exactly what I have. But I can't really switch out. It doesn't work. Besides the fact that it's bannable because you're switching without having to actually open your inventory. But yeah, I just look to see what I have in my inventory. Okay, next up is the Resource Pack Organizer. This is also an amazing mod if you're nerdy. Okay, so when you go to resource packs, typically, as you know, your resource packs, you'll have just, tons of them. I used to have tons of them, then I had to reinstall Minecraft. So I lost most of them. And you're looking at, well, that's not that many, because here's my hyper pack and everything. Well, that's because you can actually create folders to put your packs in. So all these Acidic Blitz folders, with the exception of like 2, which I didn't put over by accident, they all go into here. So there's folders, and it organizes really well, and so it's really good. I don't know why I won't go back up. There we go. And so I honestly like it a lot. Plus you can search up the packs. So if I were to go back, it's like, I wonder where Huawei's pack is. Oh, there it is. And so it's really cool. So next up is the Level Head mod. Okay, so what this does, this is only for Hypixel. As you can see, everyone has a level above their name. And I don't, because I'm not that cool. But that's what Level Head mod does. I think it's just like such a Level Head. Yeah. Oh, text chroma. See, that's amazing. I never knew that. Level chroma. There we go. Perfect. Rotate. I don't know what rotate means. Set prefix. Hi. Whoa. No, see, I never actually knew that. I never knew that's what you could do. I'm just gonna set it to loser. Okay. So now we can see that this person's a loser level 6. Oh, let's see, better loser level. Loser level. There we go, loser level. Never knew you could do that. I honestly didn't. But it was made by Skier specifically for Hypixel. If I like stats, Skier. No, I spelled that wrong.